Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Great, thank you. And
It's
you?
a, it's a beautiful Friday morning, and it's the
It
first
is
of May.
indeed. Let's start strong.
Yeah. Well, we had a really good finish to the month. I was about 7% up on my trading account yesterday, and then our algo trading bot for the copy trading smashed it with between 10 and 15% return for everybody on the day. So I ended the month about 40% up.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So, but look, Trade with Cam's going really well. I'm really pleased with what's going on in terms of what our traders are achieving. So I'm really happy about that. And we come to the end of week 3 for us. Is it week 3 or is it week 4?
Week 3.
Week 3. Yeah, week 3, right? And I think we've achieved a lot in terms of where we are and what's happening. And the other thing is that, as I was saying yesterday, and I say every day, it's made me a lot more relaxed about my trading. And I think part of that is talking to you and talking to Kulwant and having people around. The other thing is I've actually, because of the show that we're doing, because of the YouTube, I've actually set myself up properly.
Yeah.
Right? So, as you know, I have a beautiful home. So it's very rare that I'll come on my own to sit in my office. I'll grab my iPad and I'll be in the TV room at the back of the house here or downstairs or anywhere other than here, right?
Yeah.
So since we started doing this, I've got my screen there, I've got my chart there, I've got you over here and the audience, I've got my signals over here, I've got my phone to take trades over here, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's great. It's helping us as well. And like you said, I remember something that you said. I read that many times, especially on Think and Grow Rich. If you want to achieve success, you help others achieve success, and we're helping others, and we are getting better on what we are doing as well.
Yeah, you see, this is the thing, right? Because you guys, you're great present givers, right? Every time something happens in my house, you bring me a bottle of something or a hamper or something if I'm not well, right? Or you came the other day and we've been on holiday, But the thing is, Matthias, that in life, the guy that's receiving, right? Guy that's sometimes thinks they're taking advantage of you, right? They think they're getting a better deal or they're getting whatever, right?
Yeah.
But in this case, we are the givers. And you know something? I think you and we get more out of this than those we're giving to, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
My trading's gone freaking nuts over the last.
Good morning, Kuan.
Morning. I'm making my coffee, and that's not true. I get so much out of it. You cannot get more out of it than I do. So you're going to take second place.
You're too kind.
I'm going to take first, and I'm just going to go and grab my coffee.
And so, I think to myself, oh my God, and it's like, it's the energy of all the people that is like they're giving to us and we're giving to them, and what a great exchange, right?
Absolutely.
And to have somebody like Adam that came in week 1, right? He's relatively a profitable trader. He gets himself into a little bit of trouble sometimes, but they're just rookie mistakes, right? We all do those.
Yeah.
So really, really pleased in terms of what we're doing, and it's not even been a month yet, right? So if you're listening back to the recording or whatever you're doing, we're not going to be live on Monday. The markets will be open somewhat. It's a bank holiday in the UK. The signals will, I don't know. Those of you that are in the Telegram group, that we don't really rest. Signals keep coming. And so that will keep happening, and we will keep doing that. And, we're into March. Into May, right? It's the 5th month. So now, we're heading to, we're well in the second quarter of the year. And if you're going to achieve anything in life, you have got to measure your results, right? Performance improves when performance is measured. It's that simple. So what are your goals? And I can't imagine anybody on here that hasn't got goals. We're not going to have people that just sitting in bed all day or, eating Doritos or whatever nonsense they do, right? I don't think do you think we have people on here that be sitting in bed all day? I think people be very goals orientated, right?
Oh God. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's your copy trading?
Oh,
we ended up with a banging day, didn't we?
We did. It's good. Matthias is going to sort of help
Buy
me.
gold. Where did that come from?
Oh, it's very quick. Let's see. By the way, guys, I'm not on a rush. I am up.
I need to talk to you about that, Matthias.
Yeah.
What's that?
Later. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Okay, signal's up, right? Let's share my screen. That's on the day, so don't look at that.
We are on TP1 already, guys. That was so quick.
Of course we are. TP1 here, 30 pips.
Yeah. Entry point on that one was between 90 and 85. We got entry point at around 90. And we are in TP. Stop loss 84. But I'll wait a little bit for that one because now we are at past TP1. That was quick one. 96, nearly TP2.
Great. Made a bit of money on that. TP2, 70 pips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TP2, guys, that trade is not valid. I will not share on that on the screen now. It was so fast.
That was really fast.
In 1 minute candle, we went straight away to between TP1, TP2. Two candles in 2 minutes.
So we always have the minute chart up for this because it's a lot. There's a lot more detail. There's a bit more noise, and there it's coming back now, right? There's a bit more noise, but it also means that you're able to see the market much cleaner and much more in detail than the 5 or the 10 minutes or the 15-minute candles.
Yeah.
So let's have so whilst we've hit TP2, and if any of you in that, then so be it. Good luck to you. So we're going to see what's been going on. So the market at 45.89 overnight in the Asian session. 46.36 is the top of the market. Which is unusual. It's only about 400 pips, 450 pips, which we've been getting much more movement than that in the past probably 3 to 6 months. So just checking if there's any news today. There's nothing showing on my calendars.
No, it's nothing today.
There's no red folder news today. So
but it's Friday.
Yeah, it's the only thing that will move the market to any great degree is obviously we don't know what's going to happen, but is anything coming out of the White House or Tehran, so political news, geopolitical we call it, that will move. The rest is that we should get a nice steady market. So if you look at my chart there, it's just ranging, beautiful little range, right? So it's doing absolutely nothing in terms of, going about anything really, right? So happy with that, right? As to what that's doing. Sorry, I'm throwing some nonsense on my chart for I don't know why. That's what happens when you don't know what you're doing, you charts, right? Okay, I'm going to get rid of that for you. It's an easy market to trade, really, as long as the movement's there. There's enough for us to take out. So early doors. I don't know whether Coolant's been trading. I'll ask her in a minute. You've been trading this morning, Matthias?
Yeah, I took some trades from last night. Like Coolant, I think so. She wants to ask me how I'm getting ahead. I place trades by myself as well, Coolant.
What, the buy limits?
Yeah, I
Isn't
put
it
some buy
funny?
limits. I especially when we have buy limits, if I have a good entry, I will move my stop loss. I will have my risk tolerance adapt.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need to stick the stop loss we are sharing on the group, but that's because I'm doing that for a long time as well. I don't
Yes.
recommend you to do that.
Yeah.
But then, of course, then I can go to bed knowing at least I will reach some TPs there.
Yeah, so it's interesting because I did the same the night before. So yesterday, if you have a minute to have a look at the buy limits, the range was 4615 down to let's just down to about 8 or 9, let's just say. And I put mine. I only put one in at 4614, and it's so funny. I woke up 4 o'clock, and I can see the market, and I'm thinking I should have hit TP3.
Yeah.
And it hadn't taken it, because on my chart, it just the candle wick came down,
Yeah.
but it didn't hit
Oh,
614, and then it's gone up. So it didn't do the stop loss either, because it didn't go down. But literally by a nano, it didn't hit it. So I didn't understand, because then I looked again, and I'm sure it went below the 614, but it didn't take it. So I didn't make anything, but I didn't lose anything.
yeah. That is like Can and I say, is always do with the brokerage.
Yeah,
could be slippage and things like that, liquidity.
yeah.
But just be careful with that. Just always, if you go for TP3, especially if you're in bed, just put a little bit up. Put like 10 pips, 20 pips up, and then you know if it goes to TP3, you will get that.
But it didn't even pick up the trade. So the trade, I'm looking at it, the range was 4615 to 4609. So stop loss was 4608.
Yeah.
And
I'm seeing that now.
I put mine on to pick up at 4614.
Yeah.
And I put the stop loss, and I put it didn't pick up the 4614. It was so bizarre. So I may not have made anything, but at least I didn't lose anything.
Yeah, but that's good. That's good anyway.
You know, I know, but it didn't pick it up.
What time did you put that trade?
As soon as he put it, because you remember I've been saying for the last, I haven't slept all week because I keep reading all bloody night. So yesterday I put that. So what time that was 9:30. So I put it in when he sent it. And then I probably went to, and I put my book away at 10 o'clock because I thought I'd need to try and get some sleep. So I don't know. So I put it before the market closed. So it was placed.
Okay.
So it's really bizarre, isn't it? So I've seen on the candle twice, it came to what it looked like 4613.90, and it went up. But then it looks like it did come down, but it didn't take it. So it's fine because I didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
It just didn't.
One of the things to bear in mind, and if you are up in the middle of the night, is when you're looking at your accounts, look at the spread. It almost doubles over in the Asian session. Don't know why it does it. So Obviously, if your spread suddenly goes there, A, it's costing you more to trade,
Yeah.
and B, your TPs and your stop losses and your sell limits won't get hit necessarily because the spread is so big.
Okay. But yesterday I think that was on there. It, whatever reason, it didn't pick it, but it was a good thing. It wasn't a bad thing.
No, but sometimes you can't get a price. So when when you look at your MT4, and you've got your TP set, you see one of the lines, the red line crosses, the blue line doesn't. That's your entry price.
Yeah.
So there's the market price. Then they've got this. So those two lines that's your spread, or the broker's spread at the time. So the next time to look at spread and those two lines, the gap between them is when there's going to be some news.
Okay.
Or when the market's about to close. Because if you think about it, I'm a broker, right? So 10 o'clock, I know the market closes. So I know loads of traders are going to be looking to close out their trades.
Yeah.
Right? So I suddenly put my prices up. So that's what the spread is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think I would have been better placing the buy limits when the market opened again at 11?
No, I think you'd be much better off just trading the signals and taking your 5% every day.
No, I was trying.
No,
she's
taking the. She's talking
limit.
about. Yeah, she's talking about the last signal.
Yeah, the last signal last night was a buy limit.
Yeah.
And it had worked the night before.
We
I've
want
woken up to profit.
we want you to rest. You need to be fresh on the morning.
It probably thought you haven't slept for 3 days. Go
There
get
you
a
go.
bed.
Yeah, just rest. But if you want to take it, the best advice is to wait for those spreads to come on the right spread,
Okay.
after 11 o'clock. You wait a little bit because then you place your trade.
Okay, I did it at 9:30 when it was sent at 9:30.
Yeah,
I
because
did it then.
when the market's open, that could be the reason that didn't trigger, because the spread is like that.
Okay.
Let's say the spread is like that on normal on the days. When we have news, the spread can be like that, like that, like that,
Okay.
like that, like that. And when the market is closing and opening again, the spread could be like that. Just playing around.
Yeah.
And you just wait for that moment.
Oh, that's
Then-
interesting.
Then you can place your trade. But if I'm awake like 11:30 or something like that, I will place my trade. I will look on the markets, look how the market is doing, where the market's open, and then I will place my trade.
Okay.
I don't rush. I don't rush for the open the trades overnight. I don't open before the market close. If I open it, I will open after the market is open. 11:30.
Yeah.
And then I can go to bed. Knowing I put the right stop loss, I put the right take TP, and then I go. And then most of the times the Asia session is doing very well for us.
Yeah.
Going for TP3 and beyond. The things I do is I'll set up my TP, and that's it. And when I wake up 4 o'clock, 4:30, or whatever time I wake up, I will double check that.
Well, I woke at 4:30. It hadn't taken it, so I deleted it.
No, you did the right thing.
It's funny, I was watching it and I couldn't work out why it didn't take. But that's really interesting. But it took the night before. It took it, and again on that, because he does it just around 9:30 if there is a buy limit.
By the way, changing the subject, just check your email. We got Australian lead.
Oh.
We're
Get international.
No, you kicked me off. I don't get emails. I don't know. Let me just have a look.
Oh, just go to the dashboard. You will see that on contacts.
Yeah, that's idiotic how only one of us can get that email. We need that setting changed.
Yeah.
Right. Let me go and see. So we've been, obviously, we have an international show with many millions of people watching every day. So what Matthias is saying is that we have an appointment booked in our diary for somebody that wants to come and trade with Cam from Australia.
So what's the time there now? It's
Well, he wants to. Depends where you are in Australia, because
yes,
I don't know how many
It's
time
massive.
zones they actually have. My son's in Sydney. It's 5:21 now
okay.
in Sydney. So we'll see.
Yeah, they are finishing the day. We just starting now.
Yeah.
They are way ahead from us.
Yeah.
But they will be able to join us on the live sessions on the morning. Will be a good time for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at that drop.
Oh,
Oof.
as you,
4590 back to
Yeah.
4590.
That would have picked, if you put any buy limits in, that would have picked them up now, wouldn't it? I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
yeah. Let me see the.
But then it's, like we said yesterday, the problem with that is it can go straight through.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Okay, 90, 84.
So it's really at the bottom of its range now in terms of the day. So if it breaks through, we could have a day of lower levels of market when you just put the 1 hour chart on so we can compare where everything else was yesterday and the day before. So this is the hour candle. So it's back to where it was yesterday at 8 a.m. So it's exactly where it was 24 hours ago. And this is what Matthias was talking about. Keep doing the same thing over and over. Repeat, 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 repeat. Just repeat success. Morning. How you doing? You finished trading, haven't you?
Yeah.
She's showing off to us. She's finished trading.
Pimps in PJs.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning.
How are you?
I think you need to just text me and say, place your bet. I'm awake 24/7. Good. I'm moving over to your camp.
You need to look at 45.54.
But this lady's a one trade a day, 2%,
No,
not 10%.
I kept thinking about that yesterday. I kept
But
thinking
you
about
guys-
it.
No, you guys can still trade in the zone with your small scalp trading. So
Yeah.
if you've got your chart up on the hour,
Stick to your strategy.
you stick
Don't
your
listen to her. She'll ruin you,
I won't.
for one.
But I mean,
She'll ruin you, this woman.
but your signal provider's been giving you buys, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So,
yeah, but we that's the strategy, isn't it?
I know,
That-
that's-
that's the strategy. Right.
where's your water's on
You-
the floor of the TV?
Yes, I know. I've been up since about 5:30 this morning, but I was sitting downstairs in the TV room doing some auditing on my broker accounts and various things and all the rest of it. And I'm sitting
Okay, guys.
there. Sorry, go on.
Booking profits. I got a very good entry point on that one from 45.
So if SL comes to break even, I will enter again.
Yeah, and we are risk free now, guys. Anyway, risk free at 85.
Right, I'm going to say hi to the contractors whilst you guys are managing this trade. I might get a cup of tea out of my other half in a minute.
Yeah, and we
Go on.
amazing. No, I have all closed now. Just holding the button, and that's it. But profits are booked. And let's say you're layering, guys. Now you have 1, 2, 3 entries. If you are positive on the entry, keep your best entry and delete the rest as soon as you are positive. Because if you entry on 90, 45, 90, you were able to delete that entry and keep only the best entry, the entry on the bottom. Those are the best one now. Like I got on 86, I put my break even there. You can put your break even at 85 if you manage to enter on that point. I didn't. My best entry is 86. If it comes back to that point, I'm out. But I booked some profits already when we reach 90. Especially when we put risk-free. Risk-free, you need to be mindful. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning.
Morning, Adam.
Morning.
And like I say to you, is managing your trades all the time. Moving your stop loss, booking profits, and that's it. And of course, we will have TP1s, TP2s, TP3s all the time. You just need to keep booking the profits. I'm not out of that trade yet. I have some very small percentage of my trades running now.
I didn't get in on that one, but it has moved back into the buy range.
The zone. Yeah.
So I don't know whether to get in or not, or whether I've missed the boat on that.
No, don't get in because we have the risk-free already. You see the risk-free. When we have the risk-free, it's still on range now, 90. But if it doesn't break 90, it can come back straight away.
Okay.
If it comes down, then maybe you re-entry, but don't keep chasing, especially when we have risk-free.
Yeah,
not
I'm out of it as well. I'm out of it, but I took profits.
Yeah, as you can see now, you are 91.
Yeah.
You can book some profits and put your stop loss at 85 or at your break even. It's up to you. But don't entry the trade anymore because we are out of range. 91 is
91's out of range.
It's nearly 92 now. It's more than 10 pips. And it's going to TP3, TP1. If you go to TP1, I will move my stop loss to break even.
So TP1 was originally 4593, which it hasn't gone that far.
No. We are not there yet. We're nearly there now. It's pushing.
Could you explain the latest update where he's updated? He's obviously put stop loss to break even at 4585, and then he's got a number of close statements next to 86, 7, 8, and 9. And I don't quite understand what they mean.
Which one? Sorry,
the second pips. From last update, there's 4586 close plus 40 pips, and then
he's telling you if you close on that point, you will get that pips. If you close on that point, you will get those pips. He's just updating how much you can get if you close on that point.
But it feels like it's the wrong way around for me. Like if you close at 86, if you close 40 pips, if you then closed at 87, surely you get 50 pips, not 30.
Yeah. No, but that is the point where you open it. If you close from 86, 87, 88, 89, 91, you see, he's telling you. He's telling you from the break even 85. If you close that 86 on 90, you will get 40 pips. If you close on 87, you will get 30 pips. He's just telling you from the break even how much you can get. And if you go to TP1, on that case we went to TP1, how much you can get as well. But we don't have the 93 there. You can get even more if you go to TP1. It's just updating you how much you can get from the break even, from the 85.
But it feels like it's the wrong way around. Like the higher up it goes, the more pips you should get. But in the statement, it's the less.
From 86 to 90, calculate the entry point 90 down. 80. If you have 90, if you go to 86, how many pips you have?
But that's
Can you
not
understand
profit.
now?
If you got in at 90 and went to 86, that's a minus, not a plus.
He's talking about the entry point, the break even. We are not talking about the entry. He's talking about the best entry. You have many layerings from 90 to 84. If you entry at 86 and you went to 90, how many pips you have? 40 pips.
40.
Can you understand now? If you entry the trade at 87 and you went to 90, how many pips you have? 30 pips.
Okay.
If you entry the trade 88 and we went to 90, how many pips you have? 20. It's just talking about the best entries, not the original entry 90. Okay.
Yeah.
When we put that update, is because the market came to 85. That means 85 to 90, you have 50 pips. And he's just breaking down how much pips you can get from the best entry.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah, it's just to make it simple for you to understand. But it's just for you to understand that update. But sometimes we will put straight away the update plus and the update less as well. How much you will lose if you keep holding that trade. We'll have updates like that. That helps as well you to understand the pips, how you count the pips and things like that, and make it simple.
Okay, thank you.
And like I say to you, if you didn't book your profits here on TP1, we are coming back to the zone and we will have another signal. Just book your profits and prepare for another buy because will be another buy soon.
So that one didn't go to TP2, but it's come back down, Matthias, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can re-entry, but as you can see on his last update, price pull back to the entry point.
Buy gold, buy gold, buy gold, buy gold. Signal.
Buy gold. That's I told you. We'll have signal.
You did.
I will put the new range, guys. The new range is there on the screen. Then we can place the trades without talk.
Yeah, stop talking. Okay, so let's have a look where we're at. So 79 to 85.
Let's be patient. Not yet. Not yet.
It's in range.
It's range, but
It's in range.
I'll wait a little bit. Yeah. Job done.
And you see all those complaints about, oh, we can't get in fast enough. You see how invalid those arguments are?
Yeah. Yeah, because we have plenty of time. Some of them will be impossible to get on the same point.
Yeah, the market moves at its own pace. We can't guarantee any of that, can we?
Yeah, but then go and... If you want a very steady market, go to Aussie dollar or something like that.
You'll be in for a month.
Then you can be there for a month and make £1. If you want to make money, you need to be in gold.
Aussie dollar against the Canadian dollar, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Aussie caddy. Yeah.
Yeah, odd card they call it. It's like
odd card. Yeah. Okay, guys. Good entry point. Let's see if that goes to TP1.
Got in at 84.
Yeah, I was waiting as well. I got
25, 26 pips now. I did get one as soon as the buy. I just pressed the button. That was on 86.28, but even that's in profit.
Yeah.
So I didn't worry too much about if he says buy, I think, you know what, it'll go up. Might be a bit late, but it'll go up. So I've closed that.
Keep you one, guys.
Yeah.
Taking the profit.
I'm out.
As am I.
Me too.
Yeah. Well done,
It's
well
just
done, guys.
Nice to just keep it simple.
Keep it simple and book profits.
Is it too personal a question to ask what lot size people are using? And if it is, you don't need to answer.
This
That's exactly the same as asking a woman her age. Yes. No, of course it's not.
This morning,
It from
Adam,
84.
I'm using
Guys,
02.
Go on.
Sorry,
50
say that
pips
again.
times 84. 50 pips. Done. Right?
Yeah.
So you could have waited for that entry to come back. It was out of range when that signal went up. It was at 86, which is where I got my first entry. So when we're complaining about, oh, I don't get it's absolute rubbish, forget about it. Your focus is in the wrong place, right? Look at the entry, look at the signal, and yeah, perfect call on this. It was an absolutely perfect call. I'm actually going
Was nice.
I'm going to give him a fire emoji for that. Right? Did you see that trade?
Yeah.
Exactly what happened there. Signal came in, it was out of range when the signal came in. I pressed the button as soon as I picked my phone up. Then I got into one at 84. So about 70 pips there on those two trades. So that's textbook trading, that is. Obviously, we can't call everything perfectly on that. By the way, I'm just getting rid of some buy limits and all that nonsense. Just cleaning up now. I don't want any more trades in this trade. Not bothered. Two profitable trades. Clean up. So, Adam, when we started doing this 3 weeks ago, I put all my lot sizes down to 0.01 because I did not know how I could trade whilst we were doing this at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So if I met, like yesterday, so I thought if I mess it up, then at least it won't be a big mistake. I can recover it, right? And so, and I just kept that because the name of the game for me isn't the amount of profit we make, is teaching you guys and helping you. So yesterday I put my lot size up to 0.02. It's still quite small for my account, but I'm just being very conservative because of Mateus and I doing this.
Mm-hmm.
If I was trading by myself, then my lot size would be much higher. So where I am in terms of guidance, you're a techie guy, so you looked at all the aids and whatnot to work out lot size. The only thing to do is, if you give the system precise instructions, say I'm trading gold, I want to risk 1% of my account and I want to make 3% on each trade. What should my lot size be per £1,000 or $1,000 of equity or balance, right? So tell it that and it'll come up with it. So a long time ago, I worked out that the lot size of 3 on 100k was absolutely fine. And then I started, so Gertie takes one trade, so she would take a lot size of 3, and I would like to take more than one trade because I'm not as good as her as a trader, so I need some sort of wiggle room. So I put my lot size to 1 so that I could take 3 trades, and then I just transfer that all the way down to whatever figure that is. So as we were saying the other day, works out to 0.03 for every £1,000 or $1,000 of equity with that particular formula. And that's not the only formula, whatever formula works for you. So I now trade 0.01 per 1,000 and multiples thereof. So that allows me to have up to 3 trades. So in that particular signal, I took 2 trades. And if the market kept coming down, I would have taken the 3rd one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously if it hits SL after that, it hits it. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then like we were saying the other day, because I'm trading from here, here, and here, then if it hits stop loss, I'm not taking the whack for the whole 30, 40 pips.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm doing something similar, a little bit more aggressive, I think, but it's similar what Khan is doing. I divide my lot size for 1,000. Then it's up to you what you have on your account, what you can trade with, 10k, 20k, 50k. and then you just do the same thing for what you have on your account. 0.01 for every 1,000, 0.03 for every 1,000. And I heard many things over the times. I use the calculators that we have on online as well. But then you need to find your lot size that you're comfortable with, you know. You calculate how many pips we trade for every signal, mostly 60 pips, 70 pips, stop loss or less than that. And then you can calculate that, how much I'm willing to lose if it goes to stop loss, and how many entries I can have on that range. And that's it. And then you stick with that over and over. When you start to grow your account, you do the calculation again. And that's it. Don't keep changing. That is the rule. Don't keep changing.
Yeah, somebody after hours put a lot size of 1 to try and recover some money yesterday. Good God, I thought, my goodness.
Who was that?
To know, mate. But they're in the studio. I'll let you guys guess.
I got very frustrated yesterday, I must admit. After going 5% down on my very first trade, I clawed that back the whole day with 12 winning trades. But it took me 12 winning trades to make up that one loss. And then I had two losing trades on the same call. And then so I was down another 3%, and if I was honest, I was getting quite annoyed. So I just went in a bit hard and won it all back in one trade. Not the best solution. I don't want to get into that habit.
No, that is revenge trades. That could be cause you serious problem. No, don't do that again.
And then I've blown too many accounts with that silly lot size for my account size. Then, as you were saying, when you got that kind of lot size, it moves really quick. The money is like, really yeah. So
but so it kind of made me think, oh, well, I've just all of that day's graft and profit, I've just made back in one trade. But obviously, it went my way. I suppose with a bigger lot size, you really have to snipe to get it right, because it could go wrong very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Again, I think, and you're absolutely right. I think the thing is that you've got to look at this. So those guys, telling you that you could do it in 15 minutes sitting on the toilet with your mobile phone, are the guys that want those big lot sizes, but it goes the other way as well.
Yeah.
So a lot of those guys have got people that start with $250, $300, and basically it's just blown that day, right? And
They're just gambling.
If you ever get with them direct, I remember just to see what they were doing. So I put in, I think it was £350 or dollars that he wanted me to put in. And he says, right, do you know what MT4 is? I said, yeah. Get on there. I said, yeah. And he says, set a lot size. There's up there's a lot. I said, yeah. He said, set that to 2. And I went, are you sure about that? Because I've only got £350. That sounds like a lot. So from what I've read on the internet, sounds like a lot. No, it's absolutely fine. I'm going to walk you through the first trade. And, the reason they say that two lots, so most brokers will pay a fee. So if you take all your money up front, we don't do any of this, by the way. If you take all your money up front, my job is to get you to trade 2 lots, then I get like $500 or $600.
Yeah.
Right? Then I don't care what happens after that. Because I'm churn and burning my clients, and I'm on Instagram all day, every day, or TikTok or some nonsense, trying to recruit youngsters. So I don't care, because I know you're going to burn your £250, £300 that you put in. But you've done 2 lots. I've made my $500. See you. Bye-bye. Oh, you lost that one? Oh, sorry, mate. Put in some more money. And that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
So the thing about the lot size and what you're doing is, if you want this as a career, then it's got to be something that you do for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever hours a day. I always say to people that when they come, so I had somebody the other day, so what kind of salary do you enjoy? I said, I'm on £50,000 a year. How does it go? I can't cope, Cam, I need more money. I said, okay, fine. And then in terms of trading, what time are you willing to put into it? Oh, you know what, if I could get this done in 2 hours. I said, how many hours do you work now? 8. How long does it take you to travel there? Well, it's about 9 hours. I said, door to door. It's about 9 hours a day. So I said, if you can't make ends meet, because your boss pays you 50,000 at 9 hours a day. What makes you think you're going to do it, earn more than 50 grand a year in 2 hours a day then?
Yeah.
Right? And I said something the other day, which was like, you're probably 1 or 2 decisions away from being a multimillionaire in any business that you're doing. So all of a sudden, I'm willing to give 9 hours to somebody else's business, make them probably £150,000. If you're a solicitor, you're on a third. So if they're paying you 50 grand, you're making them 150. And then now we want to earn 100 grand for yourself in 2 hours a day. It just doesn't work, does it? So the big lot size, Adam, is the shortcut system that people want to do. Like you did it yesterday at work, it paid off, right?
Yeah.
But it's equally could blow your account.
Yeah.
The reason you have a reasonable lot size and you want to go, steady, as in you want to make 2-3% a day, and that might be 0.5% a trade or 0.25% a trade, is now you have a system that's repeatable. What you did yesterday is repeatable. That's pure gambling.
Yeah.
Going on. Yeah.
No, I understand that.
Yeah. So that just will never ever be sustainable.
I guess it's quite difficult when you're starting out with a low account size, and you're, because it is stressful when you're in a trade, right? It's stressful for me, it gets the heart rate up. When you're in 15 of those trades a day and you're making £2 or £3 on each trade, it's quite, a small account size, it's quite, not demoralizing, but it seems a long way to get to a reasonable account size, like weeks and months. And I get that. Okay, well, if I just put one big one, so that one trade at the end of the day made me 10% of my account.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
it's not what I intend to do.
Yeah, no, it's not the right thing. I think
the problem that you see, number one is this: you're on the back foot if you make a mistake first thing.
Yeah.
That's number one, right? So it's going to take time to recover. Number two is when you've got a small account size, don't think of the pounds, think of the percentages.
Yeah.
Right, what percentage gain am I? So you've got 2 choices. Either you start with 20 grand or you start with 2 grand. If you could start with 20 grand, then you're bagging, 1% a day, you're bagging £200 a day. But so it's either or, isn't it?
It makes that feel worthwhile to spend 9 hours for them £200. But when you're doing it for £20, it feels a bit demoralising.
No, I understand all of that, but then that's down to you, isn't it? Either you don't have the money or you don't have the confidence to put it in. So this is your business. So what would you start your business with? So I've started business with 0. So as you know, when we did the insurance company, all those many, many moons ago, the cost of the website was about 3 grand at the time, was the biggest cost I'd had because I was sitting at home.
Mm.
But when I went into the office, first I had to hand over £100,000 to the previous business owner because they'd got a bit of a business. So my entry point to being at home, starting my insurance business, was probably 5k. Yeah, and that we had to build that. I remember we had 3 insurance clients when we first started. And I think the first year we did about 15 grand in gross profit. So imagine that I've already given you 3, right? And then all the bits and bobs, there's not a lot left because I started with very little.
Mm.
So, it's just where is your starting point? So we had a guy this week come on board. I've got £30,000 I want to start with. So your trades at 0.01 that are yielding you, £20 are yielding in £500. And if you look at my stories today, so on our copy trading, on a £1,000 account, we made £139. On a £2,500 account, we made about 400 quid. But on a 50 grand account, we made £4,000 yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, money makes money.
Yeah. So the more money you have, the greater the risk. Well, percentage-wise, you're taking the same risk, but the financial benefits are absolutely astronomical. We were out for a walk yesterday, and the copy trading system was doing its own thing. And I was saying to Mrs. J that, you know what, I want £100,000 in the copy trading system. And she went, really? I said, well, I would have bagged £10,000 today. It doesn't matter if it doesn't trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that's it's just where we are. That's the reality of it. Most people start round about £1,000 and they're making 20, 30 pounds a day, but 30 pounds a day is 3% a day.
We got many people with 250, 1,000, 2,000, and the things if they don't, like you say now, 20 pounds or 10 pounds a day is not enough. But then it's like Khan is saying, think about that as a percentage, because if you think about that as a money, you'll be tempted to do what you did yesterday. And then at some point you blow all your accounts, and that's we don't want. And that we had many people doing that. You get overconfident with the signals because you're doing very well, but then is one trade you will do wrong and you blow your account. And we had many people like that, and we want that to grow slowly, but to grow for you, you know. And I had in the past month, I think so, 3 or 4 customers doing that. They started slow. Oh, nice. Get confident. Oh, the signal is so good. I will go put 2 lot size, and then 2 lot size, 70 pips on that size of account. You blow your account. You need to have the risk on your mind always, and they do it. At some point, they will do it. They will blow. Oh, Mateus, I'm sorry. You know, don't need to say sorry to me. Say sorry to yourself. You're doing the wrong thing. You need to have the patience to make that work for you. And then, of course, if you don't have the money, you need to put the time. And if you don't have the time, you need to put the money. And then it's a balance. You need to find that way. And you can mix both. Put some money, put some time, and then you can make that work. And even if you start with small accounts, as you can see, Kuwant is here to tell you, you can start with 0.01, leave the ego apart, keep the big picture. You can double your money in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It's up to you, but patience is the key.
I guess for every person, it's what they want to get out of it, isn't it? And
everyone is different.
The thing is, I know I can't put £1,000 account and hope to make 1,000 at the end of the week.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna interrupt all of that. I'm gonna interrupt your patterns now. Yeah. So what you're thinking of, Adam, is £1,000 today, and I put in 9 hours and blah blah blah. Yeah, but if you put £1,000 in, what do you expect? Number one, so let's have some brutal honesty for yourself, because that's the only way to work in life, is to be honest with yourself.
We looked at the calculator the other day.
Let me show you this. Yeah, but now you're in it. Now you're actually making the figures, right? I don't want you to look at £1,000. I want you to look at 30 million quid, right? In 2 years, 2% daily. Yeah, look at your 1%. So if you start thinking of it as £1,000 and it's £20, has no power, and you think, oh, £20, but look at it as £172,000 in 12 months' time. And then that motivation changes what you're actually building. So, you know, you could be a toilet cleaner, or you could call yourself a hygiene specialist, right? So which one sounds better? Which one's going to drive you to actually go and work, right? I don't know what to call my bathroom guys, because they are absolutely amazing. They've designed it. Parts of it are out of this world. So to call them bathroom installers or plumbers is an insult to what they've actually done. So what I'm saying is, you've got to look at this as a multi-million-pound business. That if you think about this now, so let's say you don't do as well, you don't get to 172,000. Let's say you get to 100,000. Right? And now you're doing 1% a day. Well, I don't know why it's doing that, but it is.
Keeps rounding you down, doesn't it?
It's doing something, yeah, maybe something on a setting there. Right? Now look at that, over a year, at 1%, right? So like yesterday, we were out walking, I could see Optimus working away, taking trades, and I could see what I was doing in terms of my own accounts. and that wasn't a joke in terms of. So if I'd have got yesterday on my settings,
is the copy trading taking the same signals but just automated?
nothing to do with this at all.
Different signals.
Yeah,
It's a completely different system.
it's not signals. No, it's
So
completely.
I'd have bagged £15,000 on my account yesterday. I don't care if it only trades 1 day a month, right? So, but if I had a £1,000 account gave us £140 yesterday. So, but it's just, whatever you put in is what you get out. It's all relative, isn't it? Not everybody got the same percentages because we've got different people on different risks. There was an account that I monitor with 40. There's a client that's got £40,000 that we'll attach it next week. Then I said, okay, no problem, whenever you're ready. So I messaged him yesterday saying that you could have had 15% on your £40,000 today, which is £6,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So see, money really doesn't sleep, and money loves speed, but people just won't fucking listen, right? They're in their own little world because I've got to go to fucking Corrie tonight, haven't I? And see what's going on, right? And that's the bullshit that we live with, because we have a system where we think the government's going to look after us. Try going on the dole for a day or two and see what happens, right? And that's where we're at, unfortunately. And that, we still live in this world that we're going to get cradle to grave, they used to call it in this country many, many years ago. But we don't have that system. It's every man for himself. And who wants to live that kind of life, right? But that's what I need you to start thinking about. I don't know what you see in your account. Yeah, prepare for a buy, right? So signals coming. So let's get ready. But I don't want you to think of it as £1,000. I want you to think of it as £100,000 in a year.
Yeah.
There you go. So I'll allow Matthias to do whatever he needs to do in terms of bringing his screen. There you go. I'll do it. I think I need to remove that. Is that the current signal, Matthias?
No, is right now. That is the current signal. You can look at it.
Okay. As you know, I always press the button as soon as it goes in. So I entered at 77.13. So now I'm looking up for a second trade. I'm looking to put in some buy limits or take second trade if it drops back into range. I have a maximum of 3 trades that I can take.
As you can see, it's very fast to do it. You can enter straight away, or you can wait for the range. And if you do it once, keep doing that all the time. It's easy for you to.
It's muscle memory, isn't it? It's a pattern.
Yeah.
It's habit.
Mechanical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're forming a habit. So just at the
And
top
then
of
you
it-
don't have.
Sorry about that, Jess.
And then you don't have stress. If you make that mechanical, it's like you said, you can enter it 3 times. You know where to enter, where to close, because you have the stop loss or break even. And you have to take profit. And just stick with that. And you will make money over and over.
So my first entry is out of range at 77, but I'm in profit, so I'll take a small profit on that. But TP all the way up to 88 on the last trade. So that's 100 pips there if it gets there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to set my TP to 50 pips on that. And it's all relative to your own entries, so you can be a little bit different. Look, at TP1, right?
Yeah.
I'm out at
TP1 for you may be a little bit less profit. So maybe 25 pips, maybe 20 pips, depending on your entry point.
I put my TP at 80. Let's see if it reaches.
I think
I got
Adam,
in
you were talking. Go on,
I was
sorry.
in at 76 and out at 79.
Brilliant. I was going to say, you talk about causing stress when you're in the market. If you follow the system, there's no stress. TP set, yesterday you were stressed because you made a mistake in the morning and then tried to cover it, which is natural. Nothing wrong with that. That's what causes the stress. If it was mechanical, then it doesn't matter. Losses are part of the game.
Yeah, the
Unless you
lot
want-
size mistake at the start of the day caused a bit of anxiety because I was
of course.
chasing the loss all day long. And towards the end of the day, I was 2 positions in one of the calls that didn't go my way. And I must have held those for like 10, 15 minutes because the price action was just sideways. And they're the stressy times. You're like, okay, what's going to happen here?
Right. What will happen with experience is you'll set your TP and you set your stop loss and you won't care.
I can see Kuantu is really relaxed. She made some profit already.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
There you go. In at 77, out at 81, 40 pips. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I made some profits on 80. Looks like he's pushing for TP2. Let's see.
Yeah, I think it
But
will.
is a good point to.
So
And when you make, I'm sorry, Cam, go for it.
I was going to say, so I took 2 of those trades. Thank you very much. And that's it. I don't need the third one. Made a bit of money. I'm at 2% for the days so far. Thank you. Right. And then remember,
when
it's
you-
Friday.
Yeah, when you make that mechanical approach that Khan is talking about, you don't have that fear. You will eliminate that fear, that anxiety, or that heart beating that you have, Adam, and that will comes with time as well. As much as you do it, you will get the confidence and trusting the signal as well, and then you'll be absolutely fine. That is only the beginning of your journey. As soon as you start to do that more often, you will eliminate it.
Yeah.
And being with us here will help you a lot to don't get that stress only by yourself. We can guide you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Hay fever. Yeah.
I'm feeling that already as well. I don't want to have it, but yeah, looks like it's starting.
Don't talk about it. So I was going to say that if we're obviously still in this trade, and whether you're in it or out of it, so I want to talk about something now with you guys. Let me just. I don't want to have that. Let's do this. So again, let's just pull out what's going on. So on the hour, we've had 4 hours where the market's been coming down. We know why we have buy signals because there's lots of opportunities there. So saying gold likely to remain under pressure for a bit. Yeah. So there is downward movement on the market. It's below the pivot point for the day, which is 46.02. So climbed all the way up. This was yesterday. So it's a little bit easier trading. Trading maybe a little bit more challenging. So from the hours, you just think all it's doing is selling. On the minutes, it's very different, right? So we're getting in all of these. All of these, so all the pullbacks we're in. So that was the latest one. So 75, 76 was the entry point. So 81 now. So 50, 60 pips have already been achieved. So let's have a look at the headlines whilst we're doing this. So expect to remain under pressure for a bit, market talk for a bit. So that's the clue in terms of they're expecting it to rise. So we're at TP2 now, which is, I was just pointing that out to you guys. Remain under pressure in the near to mid east uncertainty, particularly in the case of higher oil prices, another wave of equity correction. Reiterates 4,300 target for the next zero. That's just sandwich filler nonsense. So where we are, where I'm expecting this to go is if the Middle East crisis is over tomorrow, we're very likely to see $5,000 gold very, very quickly. So this is why we don't do runners that sell trades most of the time, because we're expecting the market is still in a bullish trend, and that's hence all the buys coming from. So the runners, you can have a lot more confidence. I would not have a confidence on a runner being a sell trade at this moment in time, because you could be 500 pips, 1,000 pips out tomorrow, and that's what will happen to all those short sellers at this moment in time. That's how they blow their accounts, because they keep thinking, oh, it's going to come down to 4,300, which it probably will, right? And again, the big lots that Adam was talking about, those people trading the big lots and thinking, I'm going to make my money on this one trade. All that has to happen is the newswires say Trump has agreed a deal with Iran, and you'll see $100 on gold, $200 on gold within seconds. And it moves far too fast for us to control it. You can't control this beast. It's $7 trillion a day. So make your money, go carefully with signals, doesn't matter whether they're from us or not, right? Go with those and systematically get your trades. What you should be aiming for is, if you're trading full time, around about 10 to 15 trades. And the stress will only be removed if you make it mechanical. And if you're not, and Adam was saying this, which is great really, because he's not new to trading, but he's new to what we're doing. So, and if I say anything wrong, he won't get offended, because I actually know him, right? And he can come around my house and give me a slap, right? So what I was going to say was that, so what happens is when you put those big trades on and you don't know where the market's going, I've been in that position. I put a trade on and thinking, you actually haven't, and without following, you actually don't know where it's going. You're just hoping and praying now, aren't you? And that's a bullshit and stressful way to be. So now you have everything. You have entry point, you have your exit point, you have your stop loss. Put them in, forget about the trade, right? And 70, 80%, more than 50% of the time, it's going to hit your TP. You'll make less profit than if you sit and manage it, because you can say, nah, I'm happy with that. Let's get out. Yeah. Because how many times do you let a trade go, say you decided to let it go past TP1, right? Mm-hmm. How many times does it get to like TP 1.5 and you think, nah, you know what, I'm all right. I don't know that it's going to hit. I'll take that.
Quite often.
Yeah, I do that. I did that now.
Quite often. Yeah. Because especially recently, like this morning is a bit of an example as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Quite a lot. Because I was saying before, it depends on what everyone's goals are and what they want to get out. If you're going to put, my account, as you know, started with 1,000. I know I'm not going to start making £1,000 a day. I know that. That to even, it's not even something I would think is, I've put £1,000 and I'm going to make 5,000 a week on that. So you've got to know the what you can and what you can't, and then you can also what's acceptable and what's not. Do you do 2% or do I want 5 today? All of that is personal, isn't it? Of what we
there's 2 elements to that, isn't there? So how do you make it personal? You learn everything you possibly can, and then you actually have an educated plan. So you get the knowledge, make the plan. Without the knowledge, you're ignorant, and ignorant people make ignorant plans. And when I say ignorant, that's not an insult to anybody. I'm ignorant about nuclear physics. I probably couldn't even spell it, right?
Go on then, spell it.
right? See what I mean? Right? So, but when it comes to business and this kind of stuff, I'd like to think I'm probably certainly in the top 10% of people in the world, right? And that's where all the money is, with the knowledge. Because you see, look where it's back down to entry point, right?
Yeah.
And now you could think, you know what, I'm going to enter. Or you could think that could go below. I wouldn't be entering. Because
we reached TP2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've hit TP2, yeah. So,
And so-
let me
prepare for buy.
delete
Prepare for
that.
buy. Prepare for buy. There you go. So, before Mateus shares and everything, it's from 74 to 69 to 74. So, it's a little bit lower than before. Thank you. Right. I managed to press the button at 74.70. I'm in profit now. And I've got the next one set at 73. And then another one at 72. Get rid of these. That's TP1.
TP1, guys.
Yeah. So you could have had that.
Yep, I did. I'm out.
Yeah.
It's Friday. I'm in for an easy morning. I'm going to yoga after I've got a little meeting with Mateus after this, and then I'm going to yoga. So I'm happy with just TP1s.
What do you take him to yoga? He loves it.
Yeah. Well, a little long way to come, but hey.
He doesn't mind. So I've taken the first one. I've put buy limits in for the second two. I didn't take the second trade. Didn't press the button again. Again, 2.6% up from the day. Let's see what happens. And Koban said something. Like to take it easy. Why make it hard for yourself?
Yeah.
Sorry, Cam. One question. When you said you're 2.6 up for the day,
Yeah.
have you had to work that figure out? Are you looking at something in MT5 that tells you that?
I just know what my account balance is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether there's some setting somewhere when you go onto like your history of trades in MT5.
No, there's nothing in MT5. No, there's nothing in there at all.
Right. Okay.
It's just
Tell
pure
me that.
calculation.
Well, what I do.
Yeah,
what I do- hold on a second. That's a great question. So let's break it down. How do you know what you're up? So what you should do in the morning is take your account balance, times it by the percentage that you want that day. Then you know what your account, how much you got to make, and what your balance should be at the when you finish trading. And when you reach that balance, shut up shop and go home.
Yeah.
That's why. I mean, you came in a little bit later today. I mean, I don't know why you'd bloody sleep in, right, when we're doing this. But
I was preparing for the weekend.
it was literally
We don't trade
for
the
the weekend
weekend. Dad.
after you made the money, right? It was literally 8:10 when Mrs. J walked in and said, "I'm done for the day," right?
Yeah.
Was it about 10 past?
Yeah.
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 She said, "I'm finished."
10 past, 8:15.
Yeah, something like that. She said, "I'm done," right?
Yeah.
How do you know you're done if you don't have a plan and don't have a figure? You don't, do you? How do you say I've achieved my goal without having the goal?
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is grab one of these, go onto the day's page, and put your start balance in, what you're looking for today, and what your finished balance should be. Piece of cake. Yeah,
And if you want as well, you can do a spreadsheet and keep updating that spreadsheet every day, and that you make sure.
Really harsh and technical and listen to it. Yeah, Excel spreadsheets dead easy. But you know something, Mateus?
You know more than us doing that. That's for sure.
I've had all of that, but the tangible thing of actually writing down, I think, and it is more powerful actually, by the way, than typing something on a screen. But the tangible thing of actually writing down my starting balance, and then looking at I won 2% today or 3% today, and what my end balance should be, and writing down the profits from each trade during the day. There's something very therapeutic about that.
Yeah.
I think it's a much nicer experience to write down and then that's what journaling's all about. And you know, if you're on in an afternoon session and Mark Paz is on, Adam, ask him. He's the best journalist of trading that I know. He could tell you what he did a year ago. Yeah,
he records everything.
Sorry?
He records everything, Mark.
He records every single trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, TP1 again.
Yeah.
And I'm an old-fashioned guy as well. I have my book. I used to do
your ledger book.
I used to do no. I do it. The to-do list, the things I need to do on the day. I still doing that, and this gives me a lot of pleasure because when I can tick what I have done, it feels like very good. You achieving things on the day, you know.
Your camera keeps freezing, by the way, Matthias. I don't know whether it's just for me or everyone else.
My connection is not
brilliant.
Yeah, right. my connection, I think. I'm sorry about that today, guys.
That's okay.
It's just saying he's missing you, and that's all, Matthias.
It's just that it keeps freezing in weird facial positions. I just wanted to let you know.
It always does, doesn't it? It's like that shitty camera that always takes shitty pictures of you, right? We're always like looking for a still to post somewhere, and I'm like always like.
I will keep stands then. Look on the camera now.
So what I was saying about the market generally, you know, look what it's doing. Still coming down on the hour, right? So it's gone past that point. Next one is here. There's the support and resistance. So goes past this. It's right there now. These two candles here. It breaks those. It goes to this, and then there's nothing to stop it until about here.
Are you pointing on the screen because I can't see what you're doing?
Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen with you guys. Let me just remove that one because the signal we're done, aren't we? So yeah. So this is on the 1 hour. So you've got these candles here that it's gone past. It's now the next one's here. So always look left. So next one's here, breaks this. It's just about there now. Then there's nothing to hold it until it gets to about 45, 46. And then if it goes past that, it could go all the way down. So these are the things to just look for. We call this support and resistance. So that can sometimes become support or resistance if it doesn't go past it, and then whichever way. And that's what they call it support and resistance lines. We don't really use them anymore. I used them when we very, very first started. You used to put the range of the day in and all that kind of stuff. But with signals, you don't need any of that because we trade price action, we trade the market. So that's really a little bit of a bigger picture moment, so you can see a lot more. So look where it's been and where it's down to. So when we talk about, so if we look at the war's been going, I think since about the 1st of March, it's a couple of months now. So if we go back to, I'll do it on the day because it'll take me years to do it on here.
I found it useful yesterday. There was a chart shared in the Telegram group which showed the fair value gaps on the 15-minute time frame.
Yeah.
And showed how those were respected on both the up and the downside. And price bounced off of those at two different signal ranges. So yeah, I found that quite useful to look at and understand.
It's all part of the education, isn't it? So I think the war started around about the 1st of March. It spiked, kept coming down. This is the bit where we couldn't understand why oil's coming down and there's a war on, because we didn't understand what the implications were at the time. And Matthew and I were like, what the hell is it doing? Because we were expecting it to appear somewhere. But then I started reading about it and as to what goes on when war actually happens. And throughout the gold market, it peaks and then it comes down in every single occasion. We've never really noticed it because we probably haven't had haven't had the US involved in a 2-month war. So it's hovering around here because as I keep repeating that governments need to buy oil in dollars. Oil's getting more expensive, so they're having to sell more and more gold, which is the reserve that they need to sell in order to get oil, because oil is a necessity. That's why it's coming down. And every time and obviously there's going to be a wave pattern of some sort. Price is going to fluctuate up and down all the time. So as soon as you see a peace treaty signing, gold at 5,000 is only here, right? It was there on the 18th of March. So it's nothing to do that. And then if you're hoping that it's going to do, this, if you're hoping that it's going to go down, you could be in a really, really sticky wicket. And that's when accounts are blowing. And that's why we do price action. That's why I don't talk about runners quite a lot. Mateus talks about it a bit more than me, because I've had too many traders that blow their accounts by putting on too many runners, because our traders doing it. But when you got a £4 million account, it's very different to having a £4 account, right?
Yeah.
So
that's
sorry.
No, that's keep telling. If you don't have a big account, just keep booking profits.
Just do the profit.
Get
a big account. Right?
Yeah.
If you don't have a big account, work towards getting a big account. We saw the compound calculator. It's not difficult. So an account size anywhere above 50 to 100,000 pounds is like so easy to make money. And you know what? What you do is you actually lower your lot size. You lower your percentage expectations, because the physical money, as Adam was saying, that's not 20 quid anymore. That's £2,000. Right? And when that's £2,000, how many of those do you need in a month to make it work for you?
Do you think the trader takes every position or just signals what he sees?
Yeah, impossible to take every trade. Yeah.
Wow, guys.
It's like we were saying that Mateus and I are doing this, because obviously there's some wiggling around going on in the background and thinking about what we're going to talk about, all the rest of it. So you can't be paid. That's why I learned. We actually sat down and said, Mateus, I'm going to lower my lot size 0.01, and let's see what happens. We'll build from there as we get more confident, as we find presenting and doing all of this easier. Then we can get back to where we used to be. So hence this week. So go on.
I'm cheating, by the way, guys. I'm very quiet today. I'm doing a lot of practicing with something else for us, and it's just going crazy.
Don't tell them.
Every time I'm reaching TPs, guys, it's just crazy. I'm like over the moon. It's so easy. Okay, but that's it. I will keep practicing.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him on screen. So when you freeze.
When do we get to hear about what you're doing, Mateus?
We're in the process.
We're on the process.
There's loads of things that
we keep testing.
Hear about because they never bloody work, right?
Yeah, we keep testing things. Don't worry.
Not a day goes by. Prepare for a buy. I'm just gonna add the chart back to. Okay. So now it's like me. Am I pressing the button? Yes, I am. I want to get in this one. There you go. Buy between 62 and 67.
Stop loss 61.
Yeah.
I will not share
All
that
in?
one because my screen is
Oh, well,
frozen.
Adam
Yeah.
in?
Hi.
Yeah, and it's
I'm in.
68.
Yeah, I got in at 68, 68, the first one. 66, 65. I think I'll go, 62. First one's in profit. So from 68, 88, I'm in profit. So let me put the 1 minute on so you can see the movement if my screen's still the one we're looking at.
Yeah, it's your screen now.
No problem. Let me just zoom that out. So it's getting better into the zone. It's at 67 now. So just at the top again. So I've set buy limits at 66 all the way down to 62, which is the range.
Yeah.
We're about 30 minutes of our session. If you're not in our Telegram group community, reach out to me so we can put you in, because we won't be live for the rest of the day, nor on Monday.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't do Friday afternoon, do you? No, if you're not that.
No, we don't bother with it. Adam, it's pretty hard going to do this as we do it. And the other thing is, I don't really think that you should be trading much past 2-3 o'clock on a Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the last thing you want to do is something happen on Friday afternoon, you get stuck in a trade, then they launch a bloody missile on Friday night or Sunday night, and then all of a sudden gold is like £10,000, and you're in a bloody cell, right? So
Yeah, you just protect your capital and protect your mindset as well. Your mind, you know. You trade all over the week. You made your profits. Just protect your capital and go for the weekend relaxed.
But the problem is you have to then wait for the Sunday market open, regardless of whether you've got TP and SLs in.
Yeah.
So it's just adds stress.
Yeah.
And you were there yesterday afternoon. It's not a very nice feeling, right?
No.
So it's coming back now. So it really hit the top of the range, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see if
66.
it comes back.
Yeah, got to 66.29 on my charts.
Yeah. We need the TP one. I need the TP one. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm going to delete some of my buy orders.
Looks some.
I don't want it to pick them up even if it drops down, because then it may just go straight through and ruin everything. Just going to keep that one trade open. So guys, you're watching us on YouTube or wherever, send us a message, see how you're enjoying the show, where you're watching from, and how you're enjoying the trading. It'd be great to hear your feedback. Got a couple of thumbs ups. Thank you very much. Whoever's done those, I can't see who it is. Appreciate that. So it'd be great. And then what we'll do is we'll wrap up at 10 o'clock and we'll have a little summary from Adam. I think it's his first full week of trading. See what Cull wants achieved, and then Matthias and I'll wrap up. And then we'll go and get ready for the bank holiday. You know what?
Still on the range.
I want to take my second trade on them in the range there. And sometimes your entry at the top doesn't quite hit profit, but you can use your second and third layers to counter that. So when your account is in profit, you could, if you fear that, you know what, maybe it won't do it, then you can close them all out and still be in profit, even though you lose money on one, make money that's there. So I'm blue now, even though my first trade is still in a loss.
It's like I said yesterday, you can start to tide up. You keep your best entry and eliminate the worst entries.
Yeah.
You tidy it up and make sure you protect your capital if you are doing that. Let's say you went at 68 and you have another entry at 66. Went to 68, eliminate 68 and keep it at 66. And that means you protect your capital as well. And if you do that, do over and over. Then you make that mechanical approach. It's easy for you to remember. And it's going up.
Forgot to put my TP on my second trade. TP 140 pips.
51. Yeah.
I'm deleting. Now it's time to tide up, guys. Delete your entries if you want.
Yeah.
That didn't achieve yet.
I got all
And
three
you
out.
have, yeah, and you have plenty of time. You can see that when you get used to it, you're doing that mechanical, you know, oh, now I need to do that. And you go and do it. Don't keep holding for TP3 or TP100. Like I said, just book your profits.
Okay. I've just hit my 2% for the day.
Well done. That's
Well done.
That's for you. Let's celebrate.
Brilliant.
You will get good at it, and then you will see those profits growing every day.
Yeah, I took 2 of those trades, so made profit on both, even the one that was out of range. And sometimes I take those out of range trades just to demonstrate to you guys that it's not important that you can't get the entries that anybody else is getting. Sometimes you could get a better entry than the trader gets.
TP1, and he's still on that top. Let's keep pushing. We can get some more money on the runners or
Wow,
not,
that's running up.
but
There you go. We've delivered. Have you got TP2 yet? 74.
no.
74. Okay, so it's 71.69. And there's nothing wrong if you take TP1 and you've closed it out. So don't beat yourself up about any of that, because that could go either way.
And how many TP1s we can get on the day? That is the percentage that you need to think about.
Well, we hit those about 90% of the time, by the way.
Yeah. 90 or 95, and some days 100%. We don't have a stop loss.
Stop it, Matthias. You're just showing off.
I just say the potential of it.
You're just showing off.
$72.
So it could be dropping back. So if you didn't take TP1, perhaps now's the time to think about that.
Yeah. I think so. Look, everyone is relaxed now. I can see Kuwan's face, Adam's face, your face, my face. Because you book the profits, you know, you're not like, you don't care now. You just wait for the next signal.
Money! Matthias!
Money. Yeah.
We made the money!
And remind me, Adam, you're up 2%?
I'm up 2%, just over 2% for the morning, yeah.
And it's your first week?
It is my first week, yes.
How much profit have you made?
That's for you again.
Adam, what are you up by this week?
I'm up as a percentage. As a percentage of what I started with. Hold on, I'll have to work this out.
Guys, you can see all the way to Boston again. And we are very relaxed. Just wait for the next signal. Don't rush it. Take your profits, please.
I'm up 11% for the week.
That's brilliant. So that's
wow.
It's above 2% a day, right? How cool is that?
Amazing.
And I think, Adam, the other thing is, like we said, you know, when you start with a small account, the figures are small. But, you know, and it's really funny because probably for the last 2 to 3 years, I've been talking about between 40 and 50% a month. So you've just proven that in your first week, 10%, week 2, week 3, week 4, that's 40 to 50%, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So just the discipline is all that's needed. Just follow the plan, follow what we're being signaled and advised, and has this week helped you, Adam, being here? Because obviously you've done trading in different formats before.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, as I've said before, you know, I ask a lot of questions, so it's easier to ask them in this open format while we're just talking than keep spamming you guys with messages on WhatsApp or whatever. Although I know I do that as well. But yeah, it does help a lot being here.
Yeah. No, so because you know, with the 4 of us here, Mark's here sometimes, and so I don't know any of us that have actually lost money over the last 3 weeks. Apart from, you know, like I said, when we've gone off piste, and that's the only advice that I don't. There's only one person I know that can go and do their own trading. I don't know anybody else that's actually profitable. And that's the lady that came up from downstairs and I run 2%. But then she'll shut up shop at 2.2, 2.3, whatever she's done for the day. She's doing her house chores, bits and bobs, and whatever else she wants to do with her life. And again, it's got to fit in with you, not the other way around, right? And so in probably 3 months' time, Adam, you could probably have a slightly larger lot size with a bit more confidence. If you want to spend less time doing this. But I think the thing is, there's a correlation between the spare time that you have and the money that you need to do something fulfilling, right? There's no point in laying in bed with spare time or, you know, surfing the sofa, watching some nonsense on TV. You actually want to be able to do something. And whatever you do costs money. There's nothing that you can do as soon as you step out the door, right? So the more free time you have, the more money you need to generate.
Yeah.
Right. And then the other nice thing is that, you know, you want to have something that generates money passively. And for me, for 20, 25 years, that was property. And 7-8 years ago, I saw the writing on the wall with all the nonsense coming through. I haven't written anything about it. Before Labour got elected, I said to everybody, all of my contacts, I said, if Labour get in, we're going to have rent control and property investing is finished. And what is Rachel Reeves doing? Looking at rent controls. Due to the current situation with the war, we're thinking of putting a rent freeze on. A rent control means rent freezing rent, right? So they're now looking at it, and this is how governments introduce shit policies that nobody wants. we're doing it for a year because of the war. They never take them off. Right? They never get removed. So the last nail in the coffin of property investing in this country is just about to come in. Now you can't evict anybody and you can't raise the rent. What a way to get screwed by the government, right?
Yeah.
So these kind of things are absolutely fantastic. You're in control of your money. It's your £1,000. It's your £2,000. It's your 10,000. It's your 100k. Your place in the trades, right? Some element of copy trading, combination of, would really help. All right. So find something that's done for you. So when you go on holiday and you don't want to trade, it's still making you money.
GP1 again. I can resist to press the button. Yeah, to applause.
Toys in their toys, eh? I should never have shown you that button.
It's a lot. I can put the beginning in trade. Look, when you are on the trade.
I tell you, I have a fart button in my Tesla, so any seat I can press, and then so I do. Anybody knew, 9 years later, anybody new that gets into my car, I just about 20 minutes in, I just press it, and they like start looking around because it actually comes from under that seat. It's freaking still hilarious, right?
I don't have that here. I will not share that one here.
So, like I said, boys and their toys. So, how many positive signals have we had this morning, Matthias? Do you want to count, or shall I do it?
Let's go together. Let's see from 5 o'clock in the morning.
So we had 5:41. I've got 5:27, 5:08. Yeah, 5:08. So 5:08. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sets of signals today. If you'd have taken them all and got 8 of them, you'd probably be at your 2-3% now, maybe even more. So it's 10 o'clock, you can wrap up for the day, and now the day belongs to you. And again, when Adam was talking about, sitting at the desk for a small amount of money, think about a larger account as to where you're going, not where you are. Like they said, I was talking to my son, he had this weird haircut, and I'm like, really, son? He's in Goa. And I'm like, yeah, Dad, it's the fashion. I said, yeah, but is it the fashion for the future CEO of that company? Right, might be the fashion now for you. It's everybody loves it. And I take it means girls, right? Everybody loves it. So you didn't have to tell me that part, right? So, hell yeah, but Dad, everybody loves it. I'm like, yeah, on Bondi Beach, I'm sure they do, right? But is it the hairstyle of the future CEO? Right, and then that kind of stopped him in his tracks. So it's that, isn't it? Right. So how many hours do you want to put in? So Matthias and I reckon we start working probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So yeah, you've got every right by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock to be done. Even our 8 o'clock, by 3 o'clock we've done 7 hours.
Yeah.
Right. And then Matthias can go and pick his kids up from school, and I can do whatever I need to do. And because during the 3 hours that we're not here, we're obviously working, trading, doing meetings. We had a meeting at 4 o'clock yesterday. So that ran up until about 5:30. And then we're usually talking in the evenings anyway. Because we're
I had my last meeting, I was finishing nearly 10 o'clock yesterday night. But it's helping the customers, you adapt, and we are not working 15 hours a day. We are available 15 hours, 16 hours a day, but we are not working all those hours. You can have breaks as well. You adapt.
Yeah, we're on call, but we're not actually on call.
Yeah,
that's firemen, really. Right, we can be called anytime, but not more than most of the time we're just sitting around scratching our asses.
That's true.
Look, that's going well now. So you could have re-entered. I'm not saying you should have, but you could have re-entered that trade and took it all the way back again.
And we are needing GP2 now.
Yeah. So beautiful.
No, it's great. And I want to comment something when Adam is back about the percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And when I start my journey, when I start to learn to trade, Adam is back. Yeah, I can tell about.
Sorry, that's cool.
No. I was just want to share when I start to trade, learn to trade. I invest a lot of money. It was not a small amount of money. My first investment to go to a weekend training and have some support over the month. I invest more than 5K. And that's just to learn to trade. I was not like trading with real money on that time. It was only demo account for the first 3 years. And the percentage for me to get on that account, I can risk only 1%, by the way, every trade. And my percentage was 3% a month to gain. That was my target on that time. And I need to stick with that for 3 years. Was a pain was a pain, but I need to stick with that. I kept doing that for 3 years and using a different software to get some signals, kind of. But I didn't make any money on that time. But that opened my mind to be where I am today and to make the money I'm making today. And that's I'm telling you, you are way ahead because you're not paying monthly fee or by the way, I need to pay the software every month as well to use it on those 3 years. And that's what I'm saying to you. It's a lot of ways, but we are doing the hard work for you.
I think we've distilled it all over. Mateus, sorry to interrupt you. I think over the last 5 years, Adam, we've distilled all this. You know, the affiliate marketing companies and all the rest of it, and you know, people turning up to Leicester, we're going to teach you to trade in 3 hours, bullshit. But all they're doing is they want your $3 grand, $5 grand, and then the 50 grand one-to-one mentorship. So let's cut all that crap, right? Let's see if we can do it in a different way. And you know, and I'm really pleased for you because obviously I've known you for a long, long time. To make a profit in your first week is saying something. Most people would have blown a couple of accounts by now. But that's the framework that we want to put together, that it actually benefits people from day dot, not in 3 months time or in 6 months time after you've handed over 10-20 grand. So it's working well. It's working well. Really, really pleased. I've got a lot of traders making money, which is a good thing. So we've got 10 minutes. So Adam and anybody else, that we're testing a couple of systems at the moment that are going to help us with trading. There are a few tools. I can't reveal much because they may not work out. But so far, so I'm trialing something and Mateus is trialing something. And again, hence low lot sizes as well, so that I can fully reveal that. Because why would you then try something on your full account? So we've tried them on demo accounts, we're trying them on live accounts now, and systems work. And then we're testing them in ways that they're not meant to be used. So a couple of days ago, I left my system to do its own thing, and it lost about 2%. And then I've kind of half done it, and then it still loses money. And then I'm fully managing it, and on the days when I'm fully managed it, we're making profit every day, and it's making trading easier. And Mateus is testing out something that's completely new to the world with it for us of the last few days. Again, it's somebody that we've been talking to for months and months and months. I met the founder of the company last month in Dubai, and so we really do try and do our due diligence for you and do the testing, do the heavy lifting before it comes to you guys. Because all that would happen is if we launched it it didn't work, you'd lose money, and we'd get loads of questions around why did you do this and why did you do that. I've done it before, made those mistakes. We're not doing that any longer. So we had a system that isn't working, has lost people money, but we're not giving another penny to that system. So we've moved across. That's something that I'd been testing for 3 or 4 months. So, I always think that as one door closes, 5 more open. So hence we were talking about it over the last few days. So there's loads of stuff coming, and will keep coming. And all that's to do is to provide less anxiety, more profit, and keep up with and utilize all the tech that's available to us, because that stuff, some of it, even 2 years ago, you just couldn't do it, just wouldn't happen. So and that's it really. So we finally had a proper demonstration yesterday that moved the game on for us even more, because as I said, we've been testing it and just following instructions and things. So Matthias is really on it now, and I reckon by the end of this month we'll have either 1 or 2 different systems for you that will improve your trading experience and your profits.
Sounds good.
That's the main goal.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
That
That's the
sounds
goal.
good.
Yeah. Well, it's all about continuous improvement and development of everything that we do. And if we can do that for our incomes, then what else is there? If we can make more money with the same amount of effort, then you can either put in less effort and make the same amount of money, or you can put in the same effort and make more money.
Sounds good.
Did you say we had somebody from Australia,
Yeah.
Matthias? Book an appointment?
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
just got somebody reach out from Kenya.
Kenya. Wow. By the way, I speak Portuguese and Spanish. We can do that as well. Brazil and all South of America. Let's help people over the world.
Adam, we better learn this quick, because he's going to go off to South America soon.
But the best thing, we can do that online. We can serve everyone. That's the best thing. Yeah, yesterday I was not at home on the afternoon session. Today I'm not at home on the morning session. We can do that
do it from anywhere.
anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. The world's changed, hasn't it?
Yeah.
The
As
world
soon
has
as
changed.
I just need to check a better connection, a way to be connected all the time,
Mhm.
But yeah, that's it.
I think the thing that's going to really change it is Starlink, right? As soon as that goes portable, I'm not sure that you can get it at the moment. It was quite expensive last time I looked at it. I think it's a lot cheaper now for households.
£25 a month.
Is that all it is now?
Wow.
Yeah.
The slowest speed, which is 100 megabits. If you want 300 to 500 megabits, I think it goes up quite steeply, probably £35-40 and then beyond. But yeah, entry level is £25 a month.
But I'm sure I'm paying that £40-50 for Sky Fibre anyway. Because I know when I last time I looked at it, it was about £300 installation, and I think it was £75 a month when it first started. I thought that's a bit steep.
Yeah, and there's no installation now.
Is that
no
right?
installation, and all the equipment is free into that £25.
Really? Have you used
wow.
it? Are you on it, Adam?
One of my friends who's just moved to Quorn in a temporary accommodation while he's moving into a new house has got it, so he can move it around and not have to have a contract, and it's working absolutely fine for him.
Yeah, because that's the key, isn't it? What I've seen is that you can have that literally sitting in your car or sitting on a campsite.
Anywhere. Yeah, it's just like almost like a small solar panel.
Yeah,
about the size of an iPad Pro or a laptop. And you just put it in the garden and face it to the sky. That's it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I did see it when it first came out. I looked at it. Like I said, I think it's £300 or £400 installation and about £75 a month. And I know it's coming. That will be a game changer for the internet, I think, or certainly for moving around with the internet.
That's great. They just need to make a small device you can take with you anywhere, that will be the next level.
Well, in India, they just have a dongle. That's all it is. They don't have none of this paraphernalia that we have.
Yeah.
You just go, it sticks in a USB stick, fine. And it works in your car, works at home.
At some point I had one from Vodafone, is like that, very small. You can have internet anywhere.
Mm. So, okay, done then. Adam, you're the newbie. Can you sum up your week with us this week and week of trading? We're going to wrap up in 4 minutes. So you've got a minute.
Sum up my week. Nervous to start. Apprehension about using the tools, because you can easily press buttons and get it wrong. So, but practice makes perfect. I'm pretty fluent now with MT5. That's all fine. These sessions have been great. Great support. Great to ask questions. Few hiccups with my lot sizes. They're teething troubles really.
Yeah.
And for me, in my other trading, I have a set of criteria that I adhere to before I start the day. Clean desk policy. I've been to the loo. I've got a drink. And now I'm building on top of that with check your lot size, check that you're not using your demo account instead of your live account. So I have a set of rules that I check, and before I start, I make sure that they're all correct, and I'm building on those list of rules for this style of trading and for the hours that we do. And I'm up 11% for the week, only on a small account, but I didn't want to go guns blazing on my first week with a huge account. So I'm going to take it steady next couple of weeks, see how it grows, and then potentially I can invest more in my account if I want to, or just grow it organically. But I'm pleased with how the first week's gone, and it's nice to have this community as well. I know there's only the 4 of us on these calls, but it's nice to have somebody to chat to and ask through those questions. So yeah, it's been good. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Welcome. I'm really, really pleased that you made money in your first week, which is the main thing. That's the object of the exercise, right?
Sure.
Brilliant. Come
Well
on.
done.
What's your week been like? And you want to start the last 3 weeks?
No, really, really good. I can only echo what Adam's just said. He said it very succinctly and very well. And these sessions, I think they're really necessary, because otherwise you'd just be on your own, and that's a different experience. Being together here makes this experience way different and way better beyond words. Being on your own doing it, or doing it in this group, that there isn't a comparison. So
Beautiful.
yeah.
Thank you.
Which there's 3 weeks of this. How's it been presenting and setting it up and getting it going?
I'm grateful for everyone on the call, because it's difficult to do by myself. I had 1 or 2 days I need to few hours by myself. Is difficult. If more people can jump in, it's amazing for you guys, and it's help us as well to deliver that better. And it's just amazing. It's helping me with my trading and helping Khan as well. I can speak for all of us. Is really helpful. And when you're giving, you're receiving as well. That is the main thing. Giving without expecting anything back is powerful, because I'm receiving more than I'm giving. I can tell you guys. And those weeks have been amazing. And with the things I'm testing here as well, I cannot share yet, but it's just mind blowing. I can tell you, be ready for something amazing for you guys. And that's it. I close now saying
Matthias,
that.
are we going to have our meeting off?
Yeah. As
Are we
soon
gonna
as we
have a
finish,
meeting now?
let's go
Okay.
for our meeting.
Send
And
me the Zoom, please.
I leave the room for you to
Thank you.
close the call.
It's been wonderful. I can tell you something, it's been difficult. It's hard making a commitment. I've been self-employed most of my life. And making the commitment wasn't hard because we wanted to do this for quite a while, and then it was just a case of, okay, well, how are we going to do it? How are we going to deliver? What hours are we going to do? Once that was done, I was away for a lot longer than I was expecting to be, but we just launched it even though I wasn't here. And it's been difficult to, honor the commitment of sitting here at 8 o'clock every morning and then doing the same at 1 o'clock. So it's been harder than I thought it would be. But that just tells me that I probably lacked discipline previous to this. So that's kind of where I am with that. But as Matthias says, we're receiving a lot more than we're giving, I feel, which is great. So it's a great exchange because people tell us that it's been wonderful, their trading experience, brilliant. And to get somebody, Adam's an intelligent guy, he's traded before, but to get somebody to be at 10% up in the first week makes me so pleased that we are doing the right thing at the right time. And to be able to share this stuff with you is wonderful. And then, Matthias, obviously, we work together, and anything that I do, I'm sure if I said I'm going to jump into a well, it will say that, yeah, I'm right there behind you. So, but it's been like that. But sometimes it takes blind faith because I don't always know what we're going to do next. And then Call One came along, a couple of days later. She's been here virtually every day, which is great because Matthias and I can't be here every day, both of us. As I think Matthias has done a couple of these on his own, he was saying how hard it was. And I said, do you realise that just be able to bounce off somebody, just have conversation? Because now we just feel like we're just sitting in our lounge.
Yeah.
So we can only have 10 people here anyway. So, that I'm sure we'll get a day when we'll be saying, sorry, you can't come on until next week because we've got a waiting list, right?
I'm going to reserve my space. You can't give my space away.
You're an honorary presenter now with us. So I hope you've all made money. And if you're watching us on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook, great, put some comments there. Just let us know what you think and what we can do. You can subscribe and like us on YouTube, which is great. That will build up the audience and more people can see this. I don't think there's anybody that's really doing this in this format without trying to monetize it from a point of view of buy my course or come and see me and I do VIP coaching or any of that. We don't do any of that shit. We're not interested. I used to do it. You should charge £25,000 a year to each individual, and that worked really well. So the idea is for you to make money. So you work with us because you make money, because we provide value, and that's that, right? So I wish you the best bank holiday. Have a great long weekend. If you're going to trade this afternoon, I wish you the well. And if you're not in the community, obviously you can't have the signals, then reach out to us. As Matthias was saying, today we've had somebody reach out from Australia and Kenya. So the message is getting out there, which I'm really happy about. So we're building something and it's a start. So enjoy your trading this afternoon, or if you're going to have the day off, study out there, do that. I'm not working this bank holiday. If you are the market, London I know will be closed because it's a working holiday in the UK. And Europe, so Frankfurt will be closed. That's a bank holiday there. And none of the other European markets really matter. So when the Asian markets are closing at 6:30, I think between 6 and 7, it's only Frankfurt that's open. Then London, obviously, New York will open at 1. So you could have the morning quite easy, and then you can come back in the afternoon and watch New York. If you made the money, then by all means take a day off. Because one of the mistakes that we made when we first started was we tried to trade all the time. And you do need time off, and you do need to separate this from your life, which is something my wife is telling me every single day of the week, because I'm not very good at that. A little bit like Call One, I'm always, but it's the dopamine hit, isn't it? Yeah. So thank you so much. We will see you on Tuesday at 8 a.m. Adam, have a great weekend. Call
You
One,
too,
have a great weekend.
Thanks.
Matthias,
And you too.
See you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Let me know when we're meeting face to face, and then we'll, like Matthias says, we're very excited with 2 pieces of technology that we're using right now. He's trialing one, I'm trialing the other, and we should during the month of May we will go live. One of them we're definitely going live with. We're just preparing for that, So we're going through the mechanics of setting it up in the background before we let you guys into it. The other one is probably a little bit further down the road, maybe 2-3 weeks, which is, but that's fine. You know, it is what it is. So it'll give you some choice of how to trade, and it'll actually aid your trading. You know, the funny thing about Matthias hasn't used what I'm using, and I've not used what he's using. So we're both singing the praises of both pieces of tech that we're using. So it's absolutely wonderful because I'm loving what I'm doing and he's loving what he's doing. So that's a good sign that these two little bits of tech are going to work. And then last but not least is that we've had loads of problems with copy trading over the last few years. Loads of people have come, we've lost money, made money, lost money, lost money, lost money. So this was the first month again that we let the new copy trading system out in the wild. And so those that got in earlier, probably about 30 to 40% up. Nobody's been in it for a whole month because I didn't release it until 2nd, 3rd of April. But, you know, we banged out a 10-15% day yesterday, depending on the settings that you have. So really, really happy with the way business is going. So thank you so much. And we'll see you all on Tuesday.
See you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, guys.